critical mass. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to work. Down the left sideline. And down to the 19-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 57 yards on the ground. A wet track like this, I don't know if it helps anybody, but it probably helps the offensive player running the ball more than the defense.
And while they're doing that, there's also the matter of focus. Not letting the elements get in the way of still doing everything you're supposed to do. Although you do think to yourself, I've got to hold it a little bit tighter and be more careful with my footing.
He was careful, got a big run out of it. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Here we go, here we go. Shot alert, hey, hey.
And now here's a carry heading left. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. So this home crowd not too enamored with what they saw right there. They wanted their guys to go for it on 4th and goal. They settled for the field goal try, Charles. Ultimately, they get nothing.
Yeah, it turns out that they were correct. I thought the decision to take the 3 was the right one. But because of the miss, it's real easy to second-guess now.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll get this to Nwangu. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
Well, you look at this Patriots defense.
They've certainly had their struggles against the run. The 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Here's Herbert. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards there for number 15.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. To the air again, Herbert. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Whoa. Hey, Kappa. Hey, we'll go orange. Hey, go lion.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now Herbert going to change the look.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Give up the middle to Strong. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff as they run left side. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Deion Henley there on the tackle. The Patriots at 1-13 now on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They go play action now. May.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll throw with May. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Herbert.
Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2 yards to go, second down.
Now it's Herbert. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
Well, that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Again, Herbert. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Herbert changing things up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Pats are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And the defensive penetration there blew that play up and got him 2 points.
How about how they got off at the snap of the football, got upfield into the backfield, and created the big play? That's the key to everything.
Returnable here for Davis. The Charger drive about to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Herbert.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more.
And it'll be intercepted.
Marcus Jones picks it, and the Patriots are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot at the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous, and this they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Second and 9 now from the 21.
Go!
Here's May.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they've been kept off the scoreboard in this first half, but here toward the end, they're trying to change that in one fell swoop, but that winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
From the shotgun, it's May. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Now this one finds McConkey.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one goes for 24 yards.
And the Chargers first down.
Set. 59, 59. Really?
Herbert now.
That's caught right side by Palmer.
4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Here's Darius Davis on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert going to change the play here. To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. This now a 3rd and 4. Now they'll change things up. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Chargers.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Herbert. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that will make this a 19-point game.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, This defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
On 1st and 10, it's Strong.
Ooh, with a juke. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 22 and a first down. Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long. As one of them told us, if I just breathe some bad breath on the guy in front of me, that's all I need to do, and he's gone.
110 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Straight.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, all these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Josh Palmer, 63 yards.
And the Chargers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Across midfield. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers 30. A big play there for New England. 49 yards on the ground. Nothing fancy there. A little smash mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Throwing here is May.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback.
That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henley. And the Chargers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
On is the Chargers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Yeah, that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 26. after the touchdown. Here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Charger drive about to get going. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now a handoff running through the middle. And bulldozing his way through. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
59 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play there for L.A. 46 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Back to throw again.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Let's go now.
And now here's a carry heading left. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Bring it.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
They go play action now. May.
And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
They'll try and throw for it with May.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here.
That's laid out deep for Rice.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Christian Gonzalez.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Let's go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Deion Henley.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Chargers, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, it just keeps getting worse as they're going to fall to 1-14.